Yo, guys, it is Old Man G here. I am back again with another Manchester United preview, and today we are doing Burnley versus Manchester United in what is a must-win game for Manchester United. If we win this game, we'll obviously be going top of the league, top of the table into that crucial Liverpool game at the weekend. Remember, if you're new to the channel, to like, share, subscribe to Red Devil Studios. Smash that notification, as you can see up there. Up here. Smash the notification button so you can update the latest United football related news, and as well as I go live as well, so you can get involved in this ever-growing community. Follow us on Twitter, United X, and also consider going to our Twitch and Instagram channel. So bear that in mind. Damien, shout out to you, bro. Hope you're doing well, and just a welcome to anyone that's watching on Facebook, on Twitch, and on YouTube as well. You're all welcome. But this is going to be a match preview of the game. The game, for those who'll be asking on Facebook, is going to be tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock UK time, and that is that. So first and foremost, what I'm going to say here first, before we even get into the preview, is that it's rigged. It's rigged. That's all I'm really going to say. I don't understand for the life of me how City managed to pull off these draws. I just don't understand how they managed to continue over and over again to pull off these draws, man. You know, like, how are we drawn against Liverpool? Can someone explain that to me? Please, can someone explain to me how Manchester in the fourth round of this is not the quarters. This is not like even the round of 16 or anything like that. Like, how are we drawn against Liverpool in the fourth round? Like, how? Like, to me, see, this is why I give, to a certain extent. I know people say I'm moaning here, but this is why I give Ollie the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes is that for all the talk about, you know, we can't get for the semi-final stage in the hurdle stage, which I get, which I agree. You do have to realize that a lot of the draws, that even in the EFL, to get to that point, we played against difficult teams. People forget, who did we play before? Everton, an informed Everton team. And then City. Spurs, who did they play? They played Brentford and some other League One. Was it Chelsea or some other league? I can't remember. But the point is that, like, we always get drawn tough groups, tough draws, tough rounds. Well, I'm not saying that's an excuse, because you need to beat the better teams. You know, you've got to put that into context. It's very easy to get a bye to the final if you're getting drawn against B-Tech, third division English teams all the time. So that's my mini rant over. I was a bit annoyed by that. Damien can get Liverpool versus United. Yeah, man. I mean, so it's both. You know, this is the thing. So it's a home and away leg, and that's what's going to be so interesting about it, man. Shout out to everyone who's listening, watching the comments, man. I really appreciate you guys for dropping by. And some of you were watching Kieran's chat as well, so thank you for going to support your bro over there as well. But yeah, I mean, it's rigged. It's rigged. I can't stress this enough, how rigged this whole thing is. Remember to like the video, by the way, guys. Sorry. But it's just the fact that, like, you have, you know, we're going away to Anfield this weekend, and then the FA Cup, is it next weekend? I can't remember when the actual when the FA fourth cup round is. Is it Liverpool? Yeah, you know, it's not. Yeah, literally, we go this weekend on the 17th. We go to Anfield against Liverpool, and then the following week on the Friday we're at home to Liverpool. Like, you can't even write this up, man. You can't actually make back-to-back games against Liverpool. It's a joke. It's a joke. The Dragon kit looks nice. Yeah, thanks, Mo, man. It's probably the only. I mean, I bought the new kit, the new Aeon one. I don't tend to buy the home kits because I hate the Chevrolet logo. So I go like all the custom stuff. So this is the Chinese New Year kit one, which is the best kit up so far. And then I'll show you this one. I think this one, which is the new Aeon kit. This one here. See, this is quite nice as well. So I got that as well. So I prefer these because it goes well. It goes more with the United kit one I like than the ugly Chevrolet logo, which messes things up. So I haven't bought them since. One of the big dogs is going to get knocked out. Well, we'll see. Klopp tends to not really take the league, these FA things seriously, to be honest. He often tends to just play the kids. So maybe he might go all out. I don't know. I've got no idea. But, you know, he's been knocked out of numerous cup competition different stages beforehand. So we'll see what happens. And especially because the game was at Old Trafford. I don't remember the last time. I genuinely don't remember the last time that Liverpool beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. If someone could let me know, that'd be great. But I generally don't remember the last time that Liverpool came to Old Trafford and actually won, which is encouraging for us. However, I can't remember the last time we actually went to Anfield and got a win. The last time I think was Juan Mata, possibly. So it is what it is. To be honest, I'm gassed with the draw. I don't want to see our second string Borefest anymore. I mean, I don't disagree with that, you know. And the thing is, and the positive thing, and I remember Kieran talking about this on his channel. He was saying you can look at it in a one way where if we beat Liverpool home and away, that is big momentum going into this league. That's a psychological win. To beat and humiliate Liverpool home and away would be a psychological win going in terms of challenging for the title race. And make no mistake, yes, okay, we lost to City in the Carabao, but we got the point when they came to Old Trafford in the league, which is the most important thing. So in that sense, if we win, then it's a psychological boost for the team. If we lose both, then it becomes a problem. And hey G, yeah, Kobe, shout out to you, man. It's scripted. Hey G, cheers for dropping by to Red Devil Weekly, and shout out to Red Devil Weekly's channel. If you guys are watching, please head over there, give them some love, give them some support, and get involved. Yeah, thanks, Damien. I was annoyed. Thank you, Red. Alfie, thank you for watching. My boy watching on Twitch, man. My boy watching on Twitch. I do have a Twitch. It's Red Devil Studios. It's a plural, so the link is in the description. So if you're on Twitch, give me a follow on Twitch as well. I'm trying to hopefully do more content specific for Twitch. Let me know what you'd like to see on that when I have this a bit more time. We have Liverpool back to back. To be honest, the only thing I would change about your lineup against Burnley is Sean said, well, let's get into that. So obviously, and what I'll show you first before we get into the preview is to do that. Ooh, not that, because that's our fixtures. What I want to show you guys is the table. This is the table right now. United obviously joint points with Liverpool 33 after their L against Southampton. If we win our game in hand against Liverpool, we go top 3 points clear, which is great. It also means that we're 4 points clear of Leicester City, and depending on what happens to Spurs against Fulham, we'd be clear them as well. So this is big. This is big. Obviously, City have 2 games in hand. I think City's form is getting better and better and better. And so we need to bear that in mind. And with their 2 games in hand, FIFA career mode, bro. I've just seen that FIFA career mode, bro. I've semi given up on FIFA. PES I can tolerate, but FIFA is difficult. It really, really is difficult. So yeah, basically this Burnley game is a must-win game, because not only do we become top of the league for the first time in what feels like ages, but also it's again a psychological battle going to Anfield. You know, now what I would say is, thing on the psychological thing, we always seem to struggle when something is expected of us, and a part of me thinks if we go in ahead, the way Solskjaer is going to think, from what I've seen from his management so far, is I'm going to set up not to lose. So I'd expect a back 3, a back 5, etc. And that might work against a Liverpool team that likes to leave a high line, and a defense that's still relatively shaky. But a part of me feels that if we get a draw here, which will still go top, if we get a loss here, there'll be more expected for the team to go out and perform against Liverpool than if we win. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But the point is just that we should win this game. But I feel like we should use this game to go into a momentum to Liverpool game to win, to go at Liverpool, and not to just set up in a way which is, oh, okay, you know, we should be nice. We shouldn't be paying Liverpool respect, is the point I'm trying to make. We should not paying Liverpool any respect whatsoever. We should go out and win. It's as simple as that. We should go out and win. And if we beat Liverpool, not only is there a psychological victory there, but obviously the point, 6 points clear Liverpool at the top of the table is no joke. Like it literally isn't. It's no joke if we go 6 points clear of Liverpool. And also we will also have, and the thing is, so I even add that we also have a game in hand. You know, so because Liverpool will play in the 18th game, so if we win against Burnley and beat Liverpool, not only will we be 6 points clear of Liverpool, but we'll be 6 points clear of Liverpool with a game in hand. And if we win that game in hand, we'll be 9 points clear. So I don't think people really understand how important these next two games are for Manchester United sides. So yes, I get City on issue, and we'll deal with that. But the reality is that, like, we win our next two games, you know, easily. We could easily be potentially 6 to 9 points clear of Liverpool, which is a substantial amount. Like 9 points at this point in the season, halfway through the season, is big. I don't care what anyone says. 9 points is very, very, very big. It's very big. All we need to do is beat Burnley. Liverpool. Yeah, exactly. And like I said, because we will have a game in hand over Liverpool, because we still got to play. Will we have a game? Actually, hold up. Yeah. No. I'm talking nonsense. No, actually, I'm talking nonsense. Because we'll go, yeah, I'm talking nonsense. We won't have it, yes, because Burnley is our game in hand, isn't it? Yes. Ignore what I said. I'm talking absolute nonsense. Burnley is yeah, exactly. This is what Mo said. Burnley is the game in hand. Exactly. Yeah, I'm talking nonsense. Sorry about that. So just be 6 points clear. Or just be 6 points clear. Burnley beat you last year away. They did, although that was before the Bruno Fernandes era. Since Bruno Fernandes came, we dealt with them and dealt with them quite comfortably. Can't take this game lightly. I agree. Ollie needs to think about tactics. Last two meetings hasn't worked, and Van Dijk I think will make it easier. And don't play Maguire and Lindelof, try and save him. So let's quickly go to the lineup actually, because I think that's quite important. Let me just quickly go here. So this is what I think. So this right here is what I want my starting 11 to be. Okay, I don't think it is going to be this. I think it might form parts, but I'm basing this solely on the injury news. So we heard, obviously, in Ollie's press conference and even before that, Shaw, Pogba, and Lindelof were injury issues. Now I've been told that apparently Lindelof is good to go, but I have this issue with Solskjaer so many times where, like for example, Lindelof, you know, I'm concerned about this kind of favoritism, but also this rush to play players back that are dealing with injuries to make it worse. So Lindelof was out with a back injury for about a week plus. And then he comes back for the City game. We drop by who's in form. He comes back for that. We obviously lose the game. And then he's out injured again for the Watford game that you put Baye in, who's obviously got a bit of a knock, but he's fine. It's not concussion, which is good. So in theory, Baye should be able to play. Although I'm not putting him in this team because I think that maybe they might use that as an excuse. But in theory, he's not concussed. We should start. Because I think it was his neck, not his head. So he's not got actual concussion. From what we know. So the point I'm trying to make here, guys, is that, like, personally for me, I just think that that if a player is injured, right? If a player is injured, if he's struggling with back injury, you don't just throw that player back in and play with an injury when you have two other players who, yes, might be injury prone, but can do a job. And that's what we should do, in my opinion. We shouldn't be, long story and short of it, we shouldn't be rushing Lindelof back when he's clearly recovering from an injury and instead drop by someone who's been in form. That doesn't make sense to me, but that's apparently how we operate at this club for some reason. I want Basak to get better. He makes mistakes. That is true. Maguire, favorite needs to stop. He needs to do what's best. Well, we'll see whether Ollie does that. I think that's the problem. So obviously, here's the lineup here. I've been talking for a good 60 minutes. I haven't gone to the lineup. So yeah, this is what it is. De Gea is obviously going to go in goal. I don't expect Henderson to retain his position. I think it'll be David De Gea. Wan-Bissaka, I think, will come in. I don't think he's rested, so I don't think there'll be any injuries. I do think we need to get competition from him in January, but we'll see. Now, here's where things are interesting. This is the team that I would put out, but plus or minus, it might be the team that Ollie might put up based on the injury news and also based on who's available. So I would say Maguire and Tuanzebe, only purely because of the doubt of Lindelof, and also that if you're not going to play Eric Bailly to rest, knock, or wait for Liverpool, he's got to play against Liverpool for me. Bailly has to play against Liverpool. I don't want to see the Lindelof and Maguire partnership against Liverpool. That can't happen. But I think Tuanzebe and Maguire, I think it was fine. And I think he had a solid performance against Watford. People say he had a bad performance. For me, fundamentally, what's the job of the defender? To keep a clean sheet. Was a clean sheet kept? Yes. So I don't really get why we praise defenders when we concede 2 goals, and then we ridicule defenders when they keep a clean sheet. So when we keep clean sheets in our matches, like against Wolves, all these things, etc., we're going to praise defenders. When they do last-ditch tackles, when they save the game, like Abide against Villa, you praise defenders. You don't think about against the Villa game. No one was talking about the Bruno's penalty, the goals we scored. It was like Eric Bailly saved us that game. So you praise the defenders. But when they're conceding so many goals, like it just is what it is. And then you have Maguire and Tuanzebe. That's what I do. Telles. Again, I put Telles in this purely because Shaw being an injury doubt, and I would actually play Shaw against Liverpool. I wouldn't mind Telles against Liverpool because I think that they would struggle with crosses. But I also think that Shaw is a better defender currently than Telles, and he would pocket Salah and Mane easily, depending on what side it is. So I would say Telles to go into this game. Then you've got the two, McTominay and Fred, and I put this there. It's a question here or comment. Mo, I would play Matic and save McTominay for Liverpool. Well, see, this is the thing. That's what I was thinking of. But the thing is, I don't think, from what we know, because initially I was going to put Matic and Pogba in this, but again, from what we hear, Pogba's got a bit of a knock. So again, do you risk Pogba in this game, which could play against Liverpool? No, you don't, in my opinion. You don't risk Lindelof. You don't risk Sure, you don't risk Pogba if they've got knocks in this game against Burnley, and we don't necessarily need to play Matic in a team that's quite static, and very defensive. We're going to have more of the ball, so I suspect he'll go down the McTominay and Fred route. In theory, I would love to see Matic, Van der Beek, and Fernandes. That could be a thing. Unfortunately, Pujara Dukan says Van der Beek instead of Fred. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it should be Matic, Van der Beek, and Fernandes, or even McTominay, Van der Beek, and Fernandes, but he's not going to play him, and that's the thing. I've almost stopped including Van der Beek in any of these 11s now because I know already that he's not going to play Van der Beek. That Van der Beek is the 6th choice midfielder. Van der Beek is behind Bruno, Pogba, Fred, McTominay, and Matic, and then you have Van der Beek. That's how it is. So as much as I would agree with you, I'd rather play Matic, Van der Beek, Fernandes. That's just not going to happen. And it's quite disappointing that that's not going to happen as well. Remember, for guys, if you're watching, remember to like the vid. It goes a long way. Really, really appreciate it. It does go a long way. So I've obviously told about McTominay and Fred. The front three is obviously, I think, is interesting. I would go Martial, Fernandes, Rashford. So I'd go Martial on the left, Rashford on the right. Rashford has been playing on the right for a while. He's been doing an okay job. I would argue, better than Greenwood has been as of late, and Daniel James from a decision-making point of view. But obviously, we like him on the left. I'd like to see Martial on the left, but it sounds like for that Martial, Rashford, and Cavani would be the thing I would like. But it sounds like I suspect Martial and Cavani might be competing for the number 10, number 9 position. If that's the case, then I don't know. It's weird. I mean, this front three could fix this up, because you could easily have a situation where I've seen Cavani come on the left, and then Rashford be there and Martial be there, so they swap. Cavani right, Rashford here, Martial. You could alternate these wherever you go, to be honest. But for me, this is how I would do it. If they're gonna have this interchange where Martial is on the bench and Cavani's up top, then I suspect someone like Greenwood or Matt will come in, or if Pogba will come in. Because I think they have tried Pogba on the left, Cavani, and then Rashford and Martial to come on. That's also been something that's been tried as well. Palestri and Diallo for 10 minutes of Diallo for 10 minutes of running. I mean, that's a fair shout. I don't know whether he'll. I mean, this is the thing. We were supposed to use the cup competitions to get these guys in. An FA Cup draw against Shrewsbury, great. Play Diallo, play Palestri. We've got playing against Liverpool, so that's not going to happen. We've got some tough games. So as much as I want to see the youngsters going in, I just don't see it because of the fixtures that we got. Maybe in the Europa League, we might be able to give them a run out, but we'll see. Ollie seems to like to go strong or relatively strong in these cup competitions, and I don't. And that's an other thing. And so I'm going on for too long. I'll wrap this up in a second. But usually every year, United always bring a youngster through the squad. We bring an academy youngster through, a young player, etc., into the team to try and break through. Last year it was Greenwood / Brandon Williams. Although more so Greenwood. The year before that, McTominay, and so on and so on and so forth. There's always a sort of a breakthrough youth. I don't know if the year before that McTominay was it Rashford the year before that? I don't know. But there's always at least one person a year. This year we don't seem to have anybody at all, which I think is quite interesting. No one from the academy at all is really knocking on the door, coming through. Anyone new? Maybe a Laird's might get in. I don't know, but we just don't have that. And I just find that strange. So for all the criticism that Mourinho got for not playing youth, he did bring youth through still, in terms of first team position. But Ollie hasn't really, aside from Greenwood last year, although Greenwood's already known about, he's not really done that. Fingers crossed they are, mate. Fingers crossed they are. Just put Diallo. That's what I would do. I would put Diallo in the squad. If Dan James is not there, because this is the thing, I always assumed that he was going to be replacing Dan James, and Dan James is going to go on loan, but Dan James is not going anywhere and is fighting for the squad. So as a result, and fair enough, he's trying, but his football intelligence isn't great, and his decision making is still not great. So, but he has to be played. You still got Mata, you still got Lingard. This is the problem. Our squad is too big. We need to be sending players out on loan or selling players. And at the end of the day, this team here, how does Mata, Lingard, or Dan James come into this team here? You know what I mean? Maybe Greenwood could come on as a sub. Maybe James Milner can come on as one. But it's you got 3 players that will struggle to get into this team. So 2 of them at least have got to go. And now you've got Palestri and Diallo coming in. So it's tough. It's tough. We need a centre back. We definitely do. Rashford was in 2016. Yes, he was. Hi, I've learned to do thumbnails. Well, awesome for you, Adam, and check out his channel for those who are watching. So last but not least, obviously Martial, Fernandes, Rashford, that's going to change. Well, I'm worried that Fernandes might be burnt out. Then Cavani up top, and this is why I think we missed Cavani against City. I think Cavani would have given us something different, and I think I've always said that we do need to try and play with number 9. It gives us the option. Cavani is a number 9. He is going to stay in the box. I love Rashford. I love Martial. They score goals, but they're not number 9s in my opinion. So they always seem to drift out wide. And, because we don't really have any proper wingers, let's be real. we don't really have any proper wingers. Daniel James is supposed to be the proper winger that we have. And the only attacking fullback that we have really is Telles, although Shaw can do a half-decent job. So really, the only form of crossing or set-piece delivery is going to come from Telles giving the ball into Cavani. And certainly, I can't remember which game it was. Was it against Wolves? I think it might have been against Wolves or against Everton. You literally just saw Telles just spamming crosses into the box for Cavani. And that's going to be tough against a Burnley side that's really tall and physical and dominant. But it's still possible, and I still think that we should do it. So that's how I see the team anyway. Let's get into score predictions as I continue to read your comments. Thank you guys for getting involved. Remember to like the vid. It goes a long way, everybody. And smash that notification button if you don't get notified, and subscribe if you're new as well. We always want more people in the community. It's great. It's really, really great to see the community growing. So I really appreciate it. At least Diallo can dribble and play a decent pass. Yeah, so I am looking forward to seeing Diallo, man. I really am. I really, really, really am. Because fundamentally, we paid more from than Daniel James. We played 50 million for Daniel James. We played 37 for Diallo. So it's a joke if we played that amount of money. I'm going to be serious here because I had a rant on Twitter about the fact that everyone is Ole in versus Ole out, but no one's really talking about how we need to make signings to challenge for the title, key signings to push for the title. And don't you think it's a bit ridiculous? Let me know in the comments if you think it's a bit ridiculous that we pay 37 million for a right winger who is going to be relegated to under 23s, but we can't pay 45 million for Upamecano. That doesn't make sense. What's the difference? Because if he's just going to be in the relegated under 23s and may or may not get a chance, why do we pay 37 million for the guy? Unless he's going to make a huge impact, unless he's going to play. So that's what I believe. He's got to play. He's got to make an impact. So you can't pay that amount of money. Because if you're doing that, that is so stupid to do that when you could use some of that money to go and get a centre-back or go and get a CDM and really invest. So for me, he's got to play. I agree with this. I definitely do agree. Diallo reminds me up for me, tough guy on the wing. Fingers crossed with the skill and as well. 3-1, yep, to me. So score prediction for me as we just round up here. The thing about Burnley is that, and I think if I just share this again, let's just have a quick look at Burnley's. Let's have a look. I'll just show you guys. Okay, so one of the things about Burnley I noticed is that a few things. Obviously, they've only played 15 games to be fair. So like City, they've got 2 games in hand, and Villa, I think. However, despite that, they have only scored 9 goals. So I think they have the lowest. I think Sheffield have 8, and they've lost all of their games almost, drawn 1. Burnley have the second lowest amount of goals scored. So despite the fact that they're going to be difficult, the fact is they still only scored 9 goals in 15 games, which is basically less than 1 goal a game. Considerably less than 1 goal a game, and yet they've conceded 20 goals, which isn't as much as some of the teams around them, like West Brom and Sheffield and Fulham and Brighton, Newcastle, Palace, Wolves, Leeds, etc. But the fact is, Burnley do have a problem with scoring goals this season, whereas United, obviously, we have conceded a lot of goals, 24. So that is a problem because Burnley have conceded less goals than we have. So that is a problem. It shows how crippled our defense is, which is why I said we should start Twan-CB. However, we have scored 33 goals, which is why our goal difference is 9. So this number is a problem, and a problem that needs to be fixed by Ollie and the Glazers. Whether it will be or not remains to be seen. As far as Burnley's recent fixtures go, and if I just quickly, I love the BBC website. It's great. If we just literally go back here, this is the FA Cup, Milton Keynes, Burnley postponed. So obviously they beat Sheffield United, which isn't that difficult to do. They did lose against Leeds away. They beat Wolves somehow, although we beat Wolves as well. Nature of the team 2-1. They drew with Villa. Good result. We beat them, but good result. This was the standout result, I think. They beat Arsenal away, which obviously was the darkest one of Arsenal's recent history so far. They drew with Everton. So to be honest, the results haven't actually, although they've not scored many goals, the results haven't been that bad. They've been low scoring. They obviously got bantered by City, beat Palace, and drew with Burnley. So actually, looking at some of this, I mean, they lost to Chelsea, lost to Spurs, just drew with West Brom, Newcastle. So to be honest, looking at Burnley's recent results, the recent results aren't actually that bad. And this could easily be a draw type of game. And I won't be surprised if people, if we did get a draw, we'd still go top, but it'd be a draw. It's just the only thing is just that we can't. We need a win. We need a win. We need a win, and we lost last time we went there. We can't have that being the same case because, like with a lot of these low block teams, as soon as Burnley concede a score sowing, they will drop deep and they will frustrate us, and we will get exacerbated. We mustn't let that happen. Alfie Boy says, "I seriously 1-0 to us. Fair enough. You're asking us to do something. You're joking. Well, it can't hurt to try." Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter, United X, and smash the notification button for latest Manchester United news. Have a nice day, everyone, and cheers.